Good morning. Happy Saturday. Sid Vicious here. Look, yesterday I was a little sassy about the whole situation with the comments on what I saw going on with the homeless on the streets of Baton Rouge yesterday. In the affluent areas only, of course. Look, to those that commented, I understand where you're coming from mentally because I was brought up that same way. I was brought up with a mother that if we pulled up next to a homeless person in the streets of North Texas in Arlington, where I grew up, she would make a comment, well, that he can just get a job. Or she probably did something to end up there, you know. And this is a very Christian woman. This was my mother that I love very, very much, and no ill towards her whatsoever when I'm talking about this. It's just that she was very blocked by her own fucked up upbringing and beliefs and the husband that she was married to, my father, you know, which he never really made comments about people like that, you know. He just never made comments about anything. But she was very angry, you know, about certain things in life, and one of them was stuff like that, you know. She called them vagrants, you know, bums. And I remember that stuck with me, and I remember being a young man thinking the same way, like, well, man, I gotta fucking work my ass off to fucking, you know, feed myself and take care of my, you know, young daughter and, you know, keep the lights on and all this stuff. Why should I give anything to this guy out there? Here's the thing, man. It's not about what that person did or what they can be doing or why they're there or whatever fucking reason. What it is that something in their life happened at a certain point, especially if they're an older adult, that put them in a position to where that was the only option that they had. They were completely abandoned by their family. They're completely abandoned by society. And then they're spit on and treated like shit and made fun of and, you know, talked bad about and ignored and made to feel like nothing. That person is connected to you. We're all connected. There is no separation from any of us, from race to bum to billionaire. Now, the billionaires will keep the separation going because that's what they want. They want the division. They want the separation. They want us to be at each other's throats and hate each other and completely be divided all the time, because then we forget who the real enemy is, which is them. People like Bill Gates, people like Barack Obama, people like, well, you know, the depopulationists, which we all know is just pure evil. It's pure evil. And they would have those people burn. And they would have you laugh while they're burning. So to those that comment, I understand where you're coming from. I do. But again, until you have walked in the shoes of those people, whether you pay tax dollars or not, whether you feel like it brings homelessness, brings prostitution and drugs, let me tell you something. In the most rich areas in the world, prostitution exists. Have you heard of Heidi Fleiss and her little secret organization of the rich people that she had listed in her book? Those people are far from homeless. Have you heard of Pablo Escobar and Miami and all the other places that, you know, the rich people, you homeless people can't afford those drugs. Those are in affluent areas. What do I do to help those people? If I have cash in my pocket, I give it to them without question now. And I don't do it because I think, well, I'm going to get that back. I know I'll get it back. I know I'll get it back because the universe wants to teach us one lesson. We're not divided. We're as connected as dirt to grass. There is no separation. So let's try to love each other. Let's try to support each other. And if you see somebody on the street, don't question or say, you know, oh, what did they do to end up there? Or what a bum. Maybe just think that something happened in their life, that maybe they were rich at one point. Maybe they had a great life. Maybe they had a family. Maybe they lost everything because of circumstances. Have you ever read the book of Job in the Bible? To all you Christians, read the book of Job. And that'll kind of tell you what can happen to you as a human being on this earth. Pretty harsh. So all I ask is just don't judge people out there. Just help them. If you have $5 in your pocket, give it to them. Give them some hope. Give them a kind word. Don't act like they don't exist. Don't pretend to look away like you don't see them as they're walking by you, waving, smiling with their sign. Roll down your window and say, hey, brother, it's going to get better. Hey, sister, it's going to get better. Even if you don't have money. Give them some sort of positive love to let them know that they're not forgotten. That's it. Not all homeless people are drug addicts and prostitutes.